Oh yeah. All right. Let's get ready now. Let's start this. Today we're doing back testing of the strategy I'm currently using. And so we're just gonna leave off where we left off on last Saturday. I don't know if the music is a little bit too loud. When I'm listening it to my earphones, it sounds okay, but when I go listen to my TV, the music sounds a little bit loud. Just let me know in the comments. Let me just take it down a little bit. So as I was saying, I'm gonna take it down to 25. That might be too low, but that's okay. Apply. Seven close and we're good, man. So let me do this real quick. Okay. So now that's automatically set for me. Because I'm using that time portal is really oh wait, there's a camera. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm just controlling my scenes from my phone, which is really cool, man. So I don't have to buy that physical stuff. Well, for now. That physical gadget. So yep, time portal, shut up, man. Your technology is fire. Okay. So now, when is this? I think we left off. I'm just curious. Did I go and do the data entries like I said I would? Yes, I did. Which one was it? Backtest. Just give me a second here. I don't think I did. Yes, I did. 2025. What is this? Yeah, I think I did. So let's just do a quick. Yep, up to the 17th of March. So here's what we did on the previous backtest. So let's just go through those trades real quick because we started on the 7th. And by the time we got here, man, it was over 2 hours because, just going through those trades slowly, trying to see what, whatever. So these are noting the date and the position, if I'm long or short, if I'm buying or selling, what time I entered, what time I exited the trade. I should have something like the total time used, but I mean, you can tell mostly they're in between the 12-hour candle, right? Only one went past one, and pretty much that's what I want to see with my trade. I just want to scalp and just get out. I'll just go in, get my targets real quick and get out. That's what I like to see, man. So and then I want to see the drawdown. How far did the stop loss? How much was price? How far did it go before hitting my stop loss? So this one I can see the drawdown was 0%. So what that means is it just when I entered, it just shot up. When I got filled, there's no drawdown. This one was 25%. So only went down a quarter of the stop loss. This ones I can tell that these were losses because the drawdown was 100%. And then this one only 10% and this one 100%. So we got 3 losses here and 3 wins. So looking at this, we did have like RR of 2. This one was 1.35. This one was 2. So we won 3 trades with 2, 3, 4, 5 R, and then lost 3 trades with let's say I was risking 1%. So 2, 3, 4, 5. So meaning that week or whatever those days we are up to R. So we see the potential of this trade, how far did it go before coming back to where the stop loss was. I believe that's what I did there. So the potential was 2.7. This one was 1.9. This one's had no potential, so they hit my stop loss. And this one was 2, and this one the potential was 2.3. So that means that I didn't take no profit and I didn't break even, and there was a potential of 2.3 before it came back and hit my stop loss. So those are things to look at. I'm not sure about this last one. I don't have any. Oh, this one was a no trade day. I didn't take any trade. So because nothing happened. I mean, in this case, this will be this up candle. That will be my bounce zone. If not, there's no other created. So I'd have to wait for price to close above here and when we retest that, that's my entry. My stop loss way down here. But what happened is it happened way at 1 p.m. and that's kind of when I'm not comfortable taking trades after 1 p.m. unless I'm very desperate and I'm not leaving the my apartment at that time. So yeah, I'm not leaving the house, whatever, like I don't have a place to go. So yeah, I'll kind of stay in, but those are not really the best trades. But sometimes they do take off and the market opens and it just keeps going up, so it doesn't end up being a waste. But this day was kind of nice because I was kind of playing picture perfect in my head. If we could just leave those equal highs and then come all the way down and take out this low, and then we come in and come and take that high, that would have been perfect. But prices just came going down, and so before such a trade I would beat myself. Why did I not sell up here so I can come down here? And then the following day, that's what I would be waiting for, and price will tag me in and then keep going up. So that's why I reached to a place right now where I want to forget whatever happened on the previous day. So that's something I'm gonna engrave in my mindset by practicing and just getting rid of all the levels. I don't care what happened yesterday. Every day is different, and every trade shall be treated differently, even though we are looking at patterns that really do look the same, because you're kind of engaging with what you understand, right? Oh, okay, so let's see what the first trade looked like. Let's do it real quick, because I don't want to be here for more than 2 hours. There we go. So today's trading, I'm going to make it to be a little bit more mechanical. So I might just put the previous 1 hour high and the previous 1 hour low, and maybe note the high of the day and low of the day. Because for example, if we're coming down and the low of the previous day is kind of down here, from what I've seen, price will likely take that low before it goes up. So in such scenarios, if I do miss that trade, then that's okay. But then with the mechanical approach, I'm not supposed to care about that, because my thing is, once we trade below the previous 1 hour low and I see my setup, I'm taking it, right? So I think this was a missed trade when I was back testing. It closed, so that up candle going down and then we shot up, it closed just above the up candle. So in such scenarios, I really don't have to wait for a retest, because it's just right there. And I think I did put that in my notes. I should have. So this one I should have just entered and put my stop loss here. So even if we do have a retracement, that's okay, because we do have a nice goal over here. The potential was 2.7. 2.4 is up to that previous high right there. So that was a nice trade. So next time we're now missing when you see such a thing, because I do like if we leave a fair value gap and then we just come into that fair value gap, or at least touch that breaker. In this case we didn't, and looking at this, we did touch it again, which is a possibility to now keep going up, but they've met an objective here, so there's a probability that price can keep on going down. Not that we know about, just putting yourself in, trying to put yourself in the best position according to what you know. So let's go look at the second one that we took, how it looked like, and you'll notice that it's kind of like a repetitive pattern. Here we go. That's the previous 1 hour high, the previous 1 hour low. We trade below, and then the last up candle before we shut down, right? Because that's supposed to be like a resistance. We just break above it, and now it's time to support with a pair with a fair value gap. That's your entry right there. And in this case, this one I did enter when we closed above the up candle. We're not so far, so that's okay. I don't have to wait for retracement. So that's my entry. For an aggressive entry, you can have your stop loss just below that breaker, but price can retrace down. So what I do try to cover I do try to cover any fair value gaps that are right there. So in this case, my best scenario for stop loss will be down here. So I think I put my stop loss down here because of this daily fair value gap over there. So I was like, maybe price doesn't need to come down there, but that's a little bit risky, because it hurts when price comes down, takes you out, and then goes up, knowing so well that you should have put your stop loss down here. So even though if I do put my stop loss here, I do get a better value in terms of rate RR. For me, psychologically, I think it's just better to have it here, because then, yeah, the more that whatever my stop loss is about to get hit, yeah, I don't like that. But then again, you can have those, if that's what you want to do, you're gonna have many losses, but then your returns are gonna be so high, so it kind of cancels out itself. So those are really nice trades. So let's go look at another one. This one was a loss, so let's see what happened. So that's the previous 1 hour high, and that's the previous 1 hour low. So why was I taking this trade? So this is something that's outside of my of what this is a trade that I had no business taking, because it hasn't met my conditions, right? But after my analysis, I've seen trade where, because this is a 5-minute fair value gap, I've seen trades that come, hit that 5-minute fair value gap, and then go up and take out that one high. Because in this case, we haven't taken out that one high, but in this case, I was supposed to wait for this low to be taken. But I think because of fear of missing out, and maybe I was betting on this 1250, because I'm sure this is a 1250 candle. I was betting on it to shoot up, and I was like, let me just enter. So yeah, so probably gonna be strict on waiting for those levels to be taken out. And if you missed a trade, just me. So this is something that I now end up beating myself, because you're like, bruh, you're outside of your trading parameters, right? So yeah, could have worked anyway. And that right there is what you need to get rid of. It could have worked. No, it is outside of your trading parameters. So let's see why this one was a loss. That's the same trade. So why was did I take two? That's the one and the same thing. What's happening here? Oh, look at this. How did I not notice that? So then why do they have different? Because that's the same trade. Or did I take two trades that day? Let me see. Yeah, I did take two trades. As if that wasn't enough, man. So in this case, I think, is there an after? There's no after. But what I think is, I think the trade ended up going to hit that TP much later. Or I think, I don't know. That's the previous day high. That is where price got to. Which probably, if I didn't break even, it still would have been a loss. But what I did on this one is I gave it a second chance. But then I think I went in with half the risk, right? So that's okay. But still outside of my trading parameters, because I'm supposed to wait for that high or this low to be taken out. So I gave it another chance, and this time I put a very small stop loss. But then I'm thinking it's gonna come here and it doesn't need to go down further. But look at what happened. It just comes down, takes me out, and then it shoots up. If this one was doing an OTE entry, you know, like that high and this low, and then at least a half, or that 0.62 level, that would have been a very nice return. But still, so that's something to note right there, because this is fear of missing out, and this is getting mad that I was taken out. So you want to go in and, is that revenge trading? But that's okay. I found a nice way of revenge trading anyway. You're not hurting yourself. Just go in half the risk. If you lose again, half of the risk. If you lose again, half of the risk, until there's nothing left to what? You will still need discipline, because it's still you keeping yourself from taking full risk, right? So yeah, so this was supposed to be a no trade day, and that would have saved me from those two losses, right? So instead of having a 2 hour week, that would have been a 3 hour week. So not losing is winning. All right, let's look at this win over here. Another textbook trade. Nice. We do have the previous one on high, the previous one on low of that range, blah blah, and we shoot up. So I want to note the last down candle, if it's one or if it's a series of the same candles. In this case, there were two. We shot up. I'm waiting for that candle to be traded through, because it's supposed to act as support to shoot price up, but we go down, and now that support, which case indeed it wasn't support, it was supposed to be support, turns to resistance, and you can see how price is being rejected over here. So pretty much that's the first fair value gap over there, and then I make sure that all other fair value gaps are covered, just in case price wants to come to retest those zones, right? So if you're aggressive, have your stop loss just above that breaker. And this was what was this? That was a 2R. If your breaker is if your stop loss is just above that breaker, that could be an easy 1:4R. So you might get stopped out on many times, but I think in average you should be able to. I just think it's safe for me. I'd rather have like 1:5, but have a comfortable trade, than have 1:4 and my emotions are just being bitter. Nah. So for now, that's kind of where I'm at, and I'm okay, because I know this price can easily come up to here, to that fair value gap up there, and then shoot down, bro. So yeah, but then again, also on my breaker, I really don't want price to close above it once it's established. Once it closes above it, then I'm like, yeah, now that's a low probability that my stop loss is really highly likely to be taken. So the bodies can close inside, but who knows about the wicks? It can come up and then just come and close in here, leaving a wick doing some damage. I don't want to be in the way of that. And let's now look at the last trade that we took last week. The second last one was also a win. So this one, and this is kind of why I think it's, I mean, I might just stick to steel because I want to try just trade mechanically. But in this case, if I only did this one mechanically, then that would have been a loss. In this case, I did my and this is why on one of the, let me show you which trade I was looking at. Not that one. I think I lost on it. Oh. So this is why, you know, this is called relating trades when every trade is the same. So you see that 5 minute fair value gap is the same. Is the same one here, right? It's in that, even if it's not in, it's like within the previous 1 hour range. Price got to that 5 minute fair value gap and it shot up. So I'm like, in my head, I've seen that play before. So because I didn't get a trade here, I'm gonna try to buy here, and this thing kind of worked well. And you see, you know, I hit my losses because I'm thinking I've seen this before. So what I was thinking here is I'm gonna take a trade, but I will definitely take a partial once we touch this 5 minute point of interest over here, right? So but what happened, I think I was in field. Did I put a pending order over there? I was in field. So what happened is I wanted price to now come back again, so now I can take out that partial, but right now it just went up and took me out. So that was like a 2R. As you can see, the potential was 2R, but I did take a stop loss. So those are some of the things I don't like. So if I'm watching such a thing and I'm in front of my charts, once we touch that spot, just about it, just take your partials and break even real quick. Now it could also just come back to retest this breaker and then keep going down. So that'll be really up to you, because I've also seen trades that do get to that point of interest, they come up, retest your entry zone, and then shoot down to close. But in such scenarios, I think I'm okay just taking a partial. So that was it. So even if you have your things right, you can still be taken out. What was this? Perfect scenario for a long setup, but fell out of trading time. So let's see what it looks like. Oh yeah, so this is what the one that I started talking about. So this was so nice. If we did trade above that one, and then we were in between, still within that 12-hour candle range, I think would have had the need to push up there, or at least take these highs. Anyway, so that was it. That strategy is not so hard. So let's look into today's whatever. I'm just gonna go through, and then at the end I'm gonna come and fill those because this kind of takes a little bit of time. So I'm gonna try make it a little bit mechanical, because I'm not really concerned with my account balance right now. I'm more concerned about the data. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put those 1 hour highs and the 1 hour lows, and if that pattern shows up, I'm just gonna take it and wait to hit the other end of the 1 hour, and then we can come back later and see why maybe it failed or why it didn't get to the high. So if it's those 5 minute fair value gaps that called if it's a long and there was a 5 minute fair value gap on the way, and then we can know that yeah, maybe we need to really care about those 5 minute fair value gaps and take partial. So we're just gonna keep it mechanical so I can go through as many days as possible. So we are on the 18th of March, so let's aim to get to the end of March. How many days does March have? 31 days. Yep. So this is where we are. So let's go at least 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. At least let's have 8 whatever, 8 days. So where are we? I'm gonna note the high of the day and the low of the day. I think those are really important. So let's go. Boom. I don't need to see the weekly and the monthly. I really don't. But if the weekly level is right there, then okay, let's just keep it simple. Let's just worry about the data. I'm still gonna take the trade anyway. Risk 1%. If we fail and we need to take another trade, I'll do half the risk. So what do we have here? We have previous day high. That's the previous day low. This is the boring part, man. This is a boring part, but it's a very vital, very important part. It feels exciting, man, when you're seeing people take trades and they win. But behind the scenes, man, this is what they're going through. So okay, that's where we are. And then what time is it? 11:59 a.m. So we're just about to hit that 12-minute candle. So when we come here and I hit those, where do we go? No. Okay, go to, and then we do custom settings. I have the time that I wanna trade, which is 1500. That is 11, right? I believe so, because I wanna trade the 12 p.m. candle, and I mean the time, whatever. No, this is not. This is in EST. So this is 11, then EST is 11, 1, 2. So that's the 2 p.m. candle, because I want to trade the 3 p.m. candle, right? Which would be my 12 p.m. candle in PST, right? So I'm trading that last hour to the market close. Market does close at 4, or does it close at 5? But at 4, then that's kind of where most of the time volume just kind of dies down. So most of the time that 12 p.m. candle is kind of where the low of the day is established. So if we are bearish, like in this case, I'm probably gonna be trading that retracement, right? If we are bullish, I'm probably trading that retracement to the downside. And there are days where the candle can still be going down. So if we can come in and find our entry criteria just ends up aligning with the daily candle, they're even better trades, right? And we'll probably see one of them. So then we can ride the momentum, which is, I find those trades being really nice and easy. Oh, okay. So we are at 11, and when we hit next, boom, the 12 p.m. candle has opened. So let's go to this, whatever. So that's the low of the day right there. So we are probably gonna be taking that low of the day. No, that's 1 hour candle. So we are working this 1 hour candle over here. So looking at this already, what is that? Boom, to 1 p.m. That's the previous 1 hour high, and here's the previous 1 hour low right there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get rid of that P. I don't need that, just making it look so complicated. And I'll just have it as a 1 hour L. That's okay, that just means 1 hour low. That looked really cool last week, but now it looks funny. Okay, there we go. So the 1 hour high, 1 hour low. So we are waiting for price to come up, take the high, and then kind of come and take this previous day low, or take this 1 hour low. And then in this case, if I see that trade, I'm gonna be skeptical. I'll still take it, but on the previous week low, come on, that's the previous day low, bro. What you doing? What are you doing? Previous day low. Let me make sure that's the previous day low. Yes, it is. No, that is not the previous day low. That's the current day low. So that one is not even anywhere near our. So we've already taken out the previous day low. So bro, I was about to skew my analysis. So in this case, that's okay. We've taken out the previous day low, so I have nothing to worry about. So now just wait for us to take that low, come back, we see our pattern, and we're engaging and targeting the other end of the range. So this is pulled up to 1 p.m. So that's good. Now we focus on the 1 p.m. So I can also put the 50, the 100, the 200 EMA. I just use that. I use that to gain to gauge moment. Is it momentum or the trade? Damn. What do I use this for? The trend. So in this case, see how it just beautifully came down. And if you come, this is something, I don't know. Whenever 50 crosses 200 and it forms like a nice retracement like that, this is a very, very simple strategy, man. I'm just not willing to wake up. Oh my god, I'll be tired in the morning. So touch, and see how you just break, and your stop loss at the highest high or whatever high is there. In this case, I'll have my stop loss here, and then you just 1:3, and as long as 50 is below 200, you're good. I mean, you get chopped up sometimes, but on a trending day, it's just simple as that. But anyway, if you're trying to do that same thing like somewhere like here, get chopped up and down, but you know how that works. So in this case, I'm seeing 50 has crossed 200. So yeah, we're just gonna let that go. All right, let's get going now. So what time is it? It's now 12 p.m. That's the high of the previous 1 hour, and that's the low of the previous 1 hour. So we are waiting for either to be taken out. If not, then no trade. What time is it? 12:20. Now look at this, up, down, and then we shot up with a fair value gap. That right there is what? Isn't that an entry? That's the pattern we're looking for, right? Paired with a fair value gap over there. That's the pattern that we are looking for. But where is it forming? Inside the range. We want that pattern to form outside of the range, or even if it's gonna form inside, that we need to have traded above that range and then come in. And I feel like that's a safe way. But for now, let me just have those levels over there. So maybe that's the bounce it needs to come and take that high, and you get taken out. And then look, another one has formed here. Bruh. So knowing a pattern does not mean that now you're now successful. You just need to know where that pattern is likely to work. There it is again. Down candle, we went up, we've taken liquidity, we've shot down, we're leaving a fair value gap here. Let's see if that will be used to bounce down, or are we gonna get chopped again. But in this case, I think it might work because there's this established trend line over here. Looking at the 5 minute, we have that 5 minute bearish order block confirmed over there. I'm still not taking that trade. Minute bearish order block. No, I need you to be up top, right? And we're gonna save that. 5 minute bearish order block, because we're probably gonna be using it. So let's go down to the 1 minute, and that there's a high probability that it's gonna come back down here, but we still not taking that trade. And we're just about to take that low, so that would be a nice shot, but we're not playing those games, are we? So we had no trade. So if I took that first trade, let's say I traded those trades, right? So that would be, let me see, that would be my entry, my stop loss down here, looking to see if we're gonna take out that previous 1 hour high. And that was a loss, right? Loss. And then we came in again. So that pattern form, where is it? What happened? What happened? Oh yeah. What am I doing here? Because the first trade was that up candle going down to shoot up, but then it was a loss. Just a second here. That's the breaker that I saw. That needs to be in gray or whatever. And that's the fair value gap right there. So I did take that trade. So let's say I took it at that breaker, and the stop loss will be down here, and thinking that it's gonna come and take out that high, so it ended up being a loss. And then I did see another breaker where that down candle where we shot up and then we came down. So it has an inverted fair value gap over there, and that's my breaker now. So then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna take that trade pair with this fair value gap. So I'll go to the right, and my entry would look something like the return of this candle once we touch that so-called break over there. My stop loss at the highest high, and then I'm like, I think we're gonna come and touch this low right here for 1.79. So this would have been a 1% risk, and this would have been, this would have had to be half of this risk over here. So we did see 0.11:7, and I think at the market open we're still gonna keep going down, but in this case this would be a no trade for me. I'm just saying if I did take this trade. So let me just, I'm curious if it's gonna go down and hit that low over there. Anyway, that shoulda, coulda, woulda, I will not have taken any trades because I'm strictly waiting for that high or this low to be taken out. So what we're gonna do is just journal this and call it a no trade day. So there we go, nothing happened. So we're gonna take a, no, we're not gonna take a picture. What I'm gonna do is just boom, boom, bam, 1 2 3. That was 3. Just group that real quick. 3, what was this day? 18, 318. I don't have to do 25, but whatever, and then just do that. So let's go to the next day. So this was the previous. I'm just gonna have, just to see if we went down, I'm curious to know. Let's go to the next day. So I'm gonna hit what we did. Just when I hit next, it will take me to the next day, right about in that 11 candle, right? So boom, 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 go SB New York. That will take me to the next day, so I don't have to keep on skipping. There we go. Don't tell me we didn't take out that low. Yo, yes we did. Wait a minute, no we did not. So those would have been two two losses. That's why I want to stick to la. So this is kind of where we took that short. That was the previous one, our low right there. Was it that one? That's 12:50 p.m. It has to be before 12. Anyway, whatever happens. But I see we didn't take that low, and then we just shot up. So anybody who took a short here, if you didn't take TPs, you were taken out. Blah blah. Okay, let's see what we have on this day. Let me see the previous day high and low. That's the least you can do on a high time frame level. When you're doing your high time frame analysis. Okay, so that's the previous day low that I don't think we need. We don't need that low. I don't think we're gonna trade all the way back. We are likely gonna come and take that high. So previous day high right there, and then let's jump down to 1 hour time frame. I was just gonna keep this analysis as simple as you can get. Already I like this. So that's the previous 1 hour low. Pull that to 1 p.m. I didn't change that. It looks bad. Right there, and on this side, if it just go next, it opened the 12 p.m. candle, which is the main thing we're looking at, and that's the previous 1 hour high now. This is the boring part, man. This is the boring part. Previous. I'm seeing people coming in and leaving. 5 views already. 5 views already. Don't worry, I will show you the profits and you'll stay a little longer. I'm gonna show you the profits in real market, and now you'll want to stay longer. This is the boring part, man. This is the part that sucks. Okay, so what I'm thinking here just by seeing this is we've traded above the previous 1 hour high, and then the previous day high is just right there. So if we can trade up and then come down, retest, and then try see if we can come and take this low, which I don't know if that is possible. That's just too far into the daily range. So in this case, I'll probably just go for like a 1:3. But anyway, let's do the mechanical trading thing. So RTP is still gonna be here, and then we'll see how that goes. Okay, first of all, let's see if we do have an entry in the first place. So I'm gonna take this back to the 1 hour so I can watch that 1 hour time frame from right here. All right, let's go. Let's see if we can get that entry pattern. I like that fair value gap. That's so far the bounce zone. That down candle is now setting chasing price up, and we do have another one here, down, up. So those ones, I don't really like them. It's just too close, so I'll be comfortable if we close below this one, because we do have a big range. So that is if this day was not just bullish. So far this is the bounce zone that we have here. That's the breaker if we trade below it. So far that down candle, that's supply. I want it to turn to demand. Is that a thing? Supply turn demand? I don't think so. I want that supply to fail. That is that supply, that demand to fail. that. So in this case, I want this demand to work. I don't trade supply and demand. I'm just saying, what time is it now? 12:17. I still have nothing. Okay. So we do have a fair value gap over there in an inverted fair value gap. We've come in, we've crossed that low, so I'm seeing a bearish order flow is being established here. Okay, I just need to see a candle close below this down candle, and I need to also see like a 5-minute order block confirmed. Beautiful. This right here, that's enough for me, man, to be comfortable taking this trade. So did I put that 5-minute order block? Yes, I did. Pull that to 1 p.m. Not that I need that level, but I just need to see that confirmation. So the next thing I'm waiting is for a candle close below this down candle. Okay, so that right there is an entry for me. So the best thing to wait for would be to wait for this fair value gap here. So I'm gonna take 3 entries. I'm just going to divide 3% into 3 times. So right now I'm gonna do 0.5% risk, just where we are. I'm not gonna wait for price to come back, just in case it doesn't come back. So this is just me taking care of 4 more. Now, do I think we're gonna come up and take this high? I don't think so. I do not think so. And then my target is way down here, but let's just stick to them rules. I'm just gonna have my stop loss way up there, and 2R is just fine. So this first trade is gonna be 0.5 for the place order. We're gonna risk 0.5 R. So then that's a market order. We're just gonna go in, and then I'm gonna have a pending order right at, so that would take care of the breaker, because that entry is really supposed to be that breaker, but that's okay. So it's not that far. I mean, what am I risking? What am I losing? Let me put this over here. So instead of 2R, it's gonna be 2.48. That's okay. And then that was 0.5%. So the next risk, because I want to risk a full 1%, I'm gonna have a penny order just below, or just at that price, that fair value gap over there. My stop loss at the highest high. I mean, we can do it here, but let me just have it up there. And so this is gonna be a pending order. My TP at the end of the previous 1 hour low, so this is gonna be a pending order. So market, it's gonna be a limit, and it's gonna be 0.25 R. So now we have 0.75. We have an extra 0.25 that one risk. So that one I'm gonna take the highest high to the lowest low, and then we're gonna do what is it called, OTE entry, optimal trade entry. But in this case we do have a high here and a low here. Since it's 0.25, I'm gonna risk a little bit more. Hold up, wait a minute, I need to see a swing low form for me to even think about taking that OTE entry. So we don't have a swing low yet, so let's keep going. And there we do have a swing low, so that's okay. So I'm not gonna take this high, I'm gonna take the highest. Is it the highest high or the most recent high and the most recent low? I'm gonna use those for my OTE entry, because this one I'm only risking what, 0.62, and then I'm gonna have it let's go in here, I'm gonna add that 0.62 level. We don't have it, do we? 0.6 on 8, same thing. And I'm gonna change that to blue. And then let's do that entry right there. The 0.62 level is right there. My stop loss in this case, it's gonna be up here, because it's just a 0.25 risk. So that one I'm willing to go a little bit aggressive with the stop loss. So let's go place order 0.25 limit, and let's say now what if price comes up and takes me up, and then it's okay. So let's see what happened here. Let me get rid of those emails. I feel like the chart is so dirty. Okay, let's go. Boom, 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 boom. So none of those, okay, the 0.62 has been engaged. Now in this case, you've got to understand, on your broker that might not get filled. So once we hit that, you can just hit sell, right? You might probably be filled down here, or if you want to submit to your limit orders, it's all good. So now that one would have been filled quite okay. What time is it? 12:49. Now this is a 12:50 candle, and you can, I think you're gonna see how it's gonna there's usually some volatility that comes in at that point. Look at that candle, so that's expected, right? So in the 12:50, man, I'm nervous, and this is back testing, dying right. So how far are we? This one was not filled. The 0.62 level is just right there. Man, that I used to trade that alone, and I would see such a thing, and then I'm not feeling price goes my way. That would make me mad, man. So I want to see how far we are with the trades that we have already engaged in. So have we done 1:2? No. So that's 1 R on this one, and this one we've done 1.7. So the main entry was this one. This is 0.5 risk, and this is 0.25. We're looking at $400. So let's see. I think the market is just gonna close on us. I usually like before 1 p.m. My targets are met, but in this case now I have an option to close with whatever profits I have, because we can open and reverse. But in this case, since we took out the previous day high, right, which is this level over here, since we took out the previous day high, I am betting on the market. And then look at that rejection. I might bet on when we open the market we can retrace down further. So that's tough. What would you do? Let me know in the comments, man. Would you close, or would you let that trade flow? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to the next day, and then we'll see what happened, because now I'm outside of my trading whatever. It's now 1:14 p.m. I like to stop trading at 1 p.m. So I'm just gonna go to the next day, and then we'll find out what happened. Oh, I need to journal that too before we go to the next day. So seems like we made some moolah. Amazing. So it's short. Oh, wait a minute. So we did also had that pending 0.62, which was right here. So the market did came up, and all my orders were filled, and then we see that it went down and hit our target. So beautiful. Wow, made a lot. We were in drawdown 98k, we're now up 2200. So we were down 2%, we are now up 2%, only risking 1%. So is it worth it leaving your trade to run if these are the kind of results you're gonna get if it works? Oh yeah. So what we're gonna do, I need to take a picture of this. And what I should have done, I should have had two pictures, right? One picture, just where I was thinking, should I close or should I not close, right? What the hell are you doing? Bra. So I should have had two pictures when the market was here, because now I'm in the unknown. Do I close or do I not close? Take that picture and then take another picture where it worked, right? So then I'm like, if I do get such a trade and it doesn't work, then I'm like, there's a possibility that it works. So that kind of work, am I explaining this right? so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take two pictures here. I'm gonna have it just right there, just to show I was in a dilemma. Do I close? This is at the end of the day, right there. So when I come to review, I'm like, bruh, I was thinking, what do I close? Do I not close? But we say that we're gonna journal later, so that's okay. We'll be back. I'll come back and journal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take two pictures. One where I had a dilemma, do I get out, do I not get out? And then I'm gonna write down why I didn't get out. I was like, we did take out the previous high, and look at the daily, there was a big huge rejection inside of the previous day range, and so that shows that we might keep retracing down. So in my mind I was thinking, once we open, we're gonna keep on going down, but what we see is the price did retrace and all my orders were filled, because in the meantime only these two orders were filled. So the other 0.62 whatever was filled with a very tight stop loss, and I wasn't taken out, and then it did go and hit my targets. So all right, let's go to the next day, man. Let's go to the next day real quick. I'm gonna make this thing a little bit faster now. So this was a 319, 25. So let's go to the next day. So we're gonna hide those levels. And let's go to the next day. Boom. Next day, 11 p.m. candle. There we go. Okay, so daily. So that was that rejection. This is kind of what we were trading. We came up and then we shot down. We didn't take out that previous day low. So what I'm seeing is before even my time to trade, which is pretty much the last 2 hours before we close, the second last hour before the market closes, we've already taken down the previous day low. We took out the previous day low right there. Previous day low. Why is my whatever? I don't need time. Get out of here. Previous day low taken, and here is the previous day high. So that tells me that we are in within yesterday's range. So that's good to know. Previous day low. What's the no, this, we've already taken out the previous day low. That's a huge rejection, but we still see the bears are still trying to hold on to that their bearish candle. What's the probability that this is gonna flip and then we start heading to that previous day high? Looking at what we have here, we are already consolidating. That's the 1 minute though. Anyway, let's go down to the 1 hour, and what I'm gonna do is just okay, 11:59, and I'm gonna go next. So we open up the new 1 hour candle, so I can have my previous 1 hour high and previous 1 hour low. We are keeping this thing so simple, man. And note that previous 1 hour. Okay, this is the last time I'm changing this. I'm forgetting to That looked so cool last week, but I don't want to see that no more. That P blah blah blah. So I'm gonna get rid, because we all know it's the previous one now. Oh, come on. Oh, one high. And let me save that now. Previous one or low. Save, yes. Okay, so now what am I looking at here? Having that or whatever in my mind, we've already taken out the previous day high, so I am thinking that we should keep on going up. So what I would like to see is if we take out that, come on, if we take out that previous 1 hour low, come back into this range and then get our pattern and see if we can take that previous 1 hour high. And in this case, we do have those equal highs there, so there's a high probability that we can keep on going up. Look at this, double tops. Double tops, that is someone's strategy right there. I mean, a lot of people have put stop losses up here, so that is what we're coming for, right? If that's a thing. So those are equal highs over there. Ooh, so I'm thinking there's some money over here. That's a double top resistance, so people are taking shots. So we do have some money there, so let's see if we can come and take those people out. Yeah, I don't know how that is funny. Okay, so let's go simple. We're just waiting for that pattern. Okay, we've taken out the previous 1 hour high, and in this case this is now my current bounce zone, that up candle. Once we trade above it, I am in this trade. Me do not care. And then I like how on the 1 minute we have this so if this should have been a fair value gap right here, but we immediately closed it. So that right there is a balanced price range, which I think already in itself is resistance. Oh, I think so. So we are in a tight spot, so if we do bounce up, then I think it's likely to go up, but there's only one way to find out. There's a fair value gap over there, so this is supposed to act as resistance to keep going down. So if we cross above it, even better, so that becomes a strong support zone, right? Wrong. So we're still going down now. Right now this is my point of whatever, my bounce zone. That up candle, even if it's a doji like or a hammer, whatever it is, it's still green. So to me that's a bounce zone with a fair value gap. Let me see if we're gonna close above. I need to see a body close above that so-called break of mine. Until then, we wait. I like how we fill that fair value gap. So once we close above it, we are likely not to come back down here. So we can have a tight stop loss, but for now my stop losses are gonna be at the lowest low. We still haven't closed above. I like that. So the next thing I want to see, do we have a 5-minute confirmed order block? No, we don't. Am I still gonna take this trade? Yes, but I would have loved to see a confirmed order block, which in this case will be right there. That is just an added confirmation to make my psyche feel good. Let me save that. The bullish order block right there. So I need us to, on the 5-minute, also close above that, at least close above that open price. But the further away we can close from that down candle on a 5-minute, whatever, the better. So I'm looking something like this right here is good. This is even more perfect. I'm still gonna take that true. And then right there we do have a 5-minute fair value gap. That's gonna give us some resistance, but there's always something on the. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give it one shot. So I'm gonna go in with the full 1%. If it fails, I'm gonna give it another shot with half of the risk. So that already is good with me. I'm not that far off from that what is that, from that bounce zone. So I'm just gonna enter with a market entry and then make sure this would be a nice place for my stop loss, and then put my TP way up here, but I'm just gonna have my stop loss down here. So instead of 3, we're gonna play a little bit safe and go with 1.95. Probably maybe a re-entry once we close above this up candle and when that 5-minute fair value gap is confirmed. So this one I'm just gonna do one entry. Since I'm second guessing myself, I'm just gonna do a 0. Damn it, what do we do here, man? I need to see that 5-minute order block confirmation. Okay, let's go in half. We're gonna go in half with half of the risk. And why am I thinking it's going to work? Not a limit, a market entry, just where we are. Okay, let's see how this works. Boom, 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 boom. Now that is good. So what I'm thinking is we do have that 5. Yep. So that's good. So now this one I'm a little bit more comfortable now. Taking a much bigger risk, but we've already done a 0.5. My maximum risk in a per trade is 1%. So we're gonna look for where we can do the other what? The other 0.5%. So what I'm seeing here, I'm gonna pull this to the side right there. This was the fair value gap. So if you had your stop loss real tight, you're out. That one took you out, so that's kind of why I'm kind of, you know, comfortable having my stop loss down here. So I'm gonna use this down up this two that series of up candles there. That's gonna be my new bounce zone. We have closed above it, so this one I'm gonna do a pending order. It's not that fast, so I could do the other entry there too as a market entry, but let's just do a pending order. If it goes without us, that's okay. We're still in this. I'm gonna push. This is the first entry. The second entry, I'm just gonna have it. See that series of up candles before it went down, then we shot up. There's a inverted fair value gap, and then we also kind of have some fair value gaps over there. So what I'm gonna do is have my first entry. I'm going to divide that 0.25 0.5% risk remaining. Ugh, damn, my English is on another level, man. So I'm gonna do 0.25 a market entry here, which is not that far, man. What is that? 1.42. What if we do it right now? 1.28. Okay, let's just do a pending order. Place order right there. We're gonna do 0.25 risk. Come on, 0.25. Not a market, but a limit. So that's gonna be a buy limit. And then if we do establish a high, so that swing low, the recent swing low and the recent swing high, I'm gonna take that high and low, and then the other 0.25% remaining, I'm gonna do an OTE entry just to see if we can get a better value. So I do like that. I hope this trade is gonna work. So 0.62 is right here, so we're gonna do the remaining 0.25 entry right there, just in case we do retrace back to that level. My stop loss at the lowest low of that range, and then my TP just at the previous one, our high. Place order, 0.25 limit, save, boom. So now we have 3 entries, right? Let's see how this works. So I'm going to get rid of that EMA, not EMA, the fib. And then let's see how this goes. Do not take me out. If we do get taken out, then we're gonna give you another chance with half of the risk, which will, in this case, we're gonna be risking 0.5. So boom, 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 boom. Let's go. Beautiful. That's the 12th. No, it's not. Let's go. Oof, delicious. That's nice. So this is something though. This is that 0.62 entry, right, of the fib. Now honestly, this one your broker might not have failed you because of spread, right? So if you are watching, it's much better to just, when price just is just about that whatever spot, just enter with your, just go in with a market order. So you might get, in this case, you might get feel like up here, but whatever. So we are now up 4%, beautiful, on the second trade, and we started with a drawdown of 2% from last week. So that was textbook, beautiful. And I think we're still gonna keep going up. What time is it? It's not, oh, 12:50 is right there. Look at the 12:50 candle. This will either make you or break you. It could have easily come down, but in this case it's worked for us. So that was nice, that was really nice. So we did we dealt with my psychology. I was not really, with the first entry I was not really sure, so I went in half the risk, and then when I was sure, I applied the other half risk. So that was nice. So what we're gonna do is position this, and let's go to the following day and do the same thing. What day is this? 21st. Did we skip the 20th? Looks like it. Friday the 21st. 1 2 3. Looks like we skipped the 20th. That's okay. 3/21 25, and get rid of everything, all that excitement. Whoa, we want to trade, yeah. The following day we just come in fresh. Whatever losses or wins we made the previous day, that's none of our concern. On the new day, it's good that we won, it's bad that we lost, but on the new day, that is none of my concern. So that is kind of what I'm conditioning my head to stop relating past trades, whether they were good trades or bad trades, because every day is different, and every trade is to be treated like it's its own thing. Oh, that is just something I've been listening to a lot of Mark Douglas, so that's where I'm getting that idea, and it seems to be working just fine. So previous day high, again, I was just saying, in terms of the high time frame analysis, the least you could do is just note the previous day high and the previous day low and kind of tell what's really going on. In this case, wait a minute, is this a new day? No, it's not a new day, because I'm like, yeah, we did mark that already. So let's go to the new day. So go to, and I hit my next trading session. I only traded, well, I've been trading only the 12 p.m. candle PST. So I wait for the 11 to 12 p.m. candle to close, and then I focus on the 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. candle. That's the only candle I want to mess with. Oh, that's gotten rid of over trading, revenge trading, because after 1 p.m. the market kind of dies down, so I don't have time to go in there and keep taking 1 million trades until I ban my account. And then the next day you find a really nice trade, but because of the losses you had taken the previous day, the gains don't make no sense, man. That sucks. Wait a minute, did we, what am I doing here? Friday the 21st. This is the same day. I thought we hit the next day. My brother, what are you doing now? What you doing? Go to next day. Okay, there we go. So why does it look the same on this side? What the hell? Friday, so this is Monday, and what? Okay, it's right here. 3 p.m. So I don't know what's going on, but I think this whatever tends to skip Monday, because this is Monday trading, and that's Monday 3 p.m. because you can see like a small candle over here. So we don't have Monday's trading. Could be a bug with this thing. So let's just go to the next day. So we don't know what happened on that Monday. So let's go to Tuesday then. Oh, that was Sunday. Mind bad. That was Sunday. So now we're on Monday. Market opens at 3 p.m. on Sunday, so we're not trading Sunday. So this is now Monday. Okay, my bad. FX replay. All right, so the previous day high is right here. Let's mark that. That's the least you could do on your high time frame analysis. Previous day high, previous day low, which I don't think we're gonna be getting down there, so there's no need to mark that. And then look at this gap over here where we closed. No, but we don't have Sunday's trading because this is Friday and that's Monday. So I'm going to specify this as Friday. I'll specify that as Friday high. Friday high. We don't have Sunday's data, so data. So in this case, I want to also see where we are. So we've crossed quite a few daily highs, and this is the recent one that we just crossed over here. So I think that's an important level for me to mark, and I do call those like old daily highs. So when we start retracing, those are kind of good targets for your TPs. And then if we do keep on going up, we do have that. Let me see. In this case, I would mark that close price. It's just right there. Do I need to mark that? We'll just study what price. That will be old crap. What would I call this? Because this was the closing price of this candle, of this daily candle. And then this would be the previous another old daily high over there. Do we need all those levels? I don't think so. Old daily high over there, another one. And this is the I just do like what old daily open. Does that make sense? I'll just write old daily high, old daily open. That should be it. That's okay. Just leave it like that. So I just want to see what price will do when we get to those once we get to those whatever levels. And I think that's it. So let's go down to the 1 hour time frame and mark daily O is for open. Okay, what's your problem? Just let it be whatever. Okay, that's it. I'm done. Okay, so I'm gonna go just hit next. So we open up the new 1 hour candle, and the next thing we do, I like this already. I do like this. I like what I'm seeing so far because we're just at that high, and then this low was not really. These are relative equal lows, so that's like a double bottom kind of, right? So a lot of people have gone long, so I know we do have some stop losses down here. So we'll see how that goes, man. So the previous 1 hour high is right there. 1 hour high. And the previous 1 hour low is right here. That's going to be our target for the day. Let's refine those levels on this 1 hour side. On this 1 minute. I think these are two equal lows over here. We're not gonna mark them. We can see, even though this low did come and take out that low, they're still relative equal lows. Isn't that a double bottom? I think it is. So whoever was trading that, you're in the money. And then again, we also have, I don't know, let's see what price will tell us here. So that's the all daily open. So if I could see something like this, man, that would be nice. We shoot up. Bruh, am I not landing? We shoot up and then keep going up and then come to that spot, and then we just kind of see some rejection to the downside, and that will be our bounce zone over there, and then see if we can come back to tackle these lows here that I think are looking good. Let me mark them actually. Those are relative equal lows. It's better if it's looking like this, but in this case it's going down. So the liquidity, those whoever the stop loss is right there, these are early buyers, they're taken out. I mean, if your broker has a high spread, this is in those cases where that high spread works for you. If you had your stop loss, in terms if you're selling, high spreads if you're selling, high spreads if you're buying is an advantage, right? Because you have a stop loss right here, price is right there, but your field price is way up here, so it gets paired. All right, let's see how this day went by. So I need that to be in black, not blue, bro. I need that in blue. Whatever. Okay, let's see how this day went by. So now we're focusing on this side. Boom. Okay, we've shot up, so that's our bounce. That down candle is what we're looking for. Once we trade below it, okay, we've reached to that our old daily high. Now let me look at the daily candle though. So it's very bullish, very bullish. So if we keep going up, then this is the other level I'm looking for, that old daily high over there, and then see if we can get that reversal pattern. Is it a reversal pattern or my entry pattern? It's pretty much reversal anyway. Ooh, yeah. So our bounce zone is this down candle. Once we close below it and we have a 5-minute order block confirmed, we are engaging. In the meantime, we stay put. Let me look at the 5-minute real quick. There's a 5-minute order block confirmed over there, but we have a fair value gap in here that could be used as a bounce zone to keep going up. So let's just be what time is it? 12:15. Let's be careful a little bit. Up, down. We've closed above the up, so it's acting as support now. So this right here is still my target. Once we close below it and we have a 5-minute order block confirmed, I think we do here, we are taking this short. Our stop loss is gonna be at the highest high here, but I think it will be okay if we did have it just on the high, but it's okay we do have it on this high because we have a fair value gap there and it was revisited. It might come to fill the rest of the fair value gap that isn't filled, right? And then keep going down. We've seen that happen already. Okay, so I did go by so far. So I said if we do close below whatever this one, I'm taking a trade. So I'm in this case, what do I do now? In this case, I'm just gonna take a full 1%. I'm just gonna take it right there. So my entry should have been here, my stop loss way up there. So what I'm gonna do in this case is just do a full 1%, and just in case we don't come down and we just keep going up, so that will save me from taking this loss, right? So I'm gonna have a sell stop here. I think that's better. I'll have a sell stop right here, and let's do a full 1%. I'm not gonna make this one complicated, so let's go in. It's gonna be a stop, full 1%. So if this one works, we're looking at 3.36, and that's it. All right, everything has been met so far. There's a high probability I feel like this is gonna be taken out, but who cares? We are in a sell stop. Currently in the money. Did we have a 5-minute order block confirmation? Yes, we did. So we good. We Gucci. That will be an up candle and then a down candle that closes below that body. That is enough. Look at that. This is kind of also what I like to see, those balanced price. It's because this was supposed to be a fair value gap, right? But it's been balanced. So there's high probability that we're gonna keep going down. There's no fair value gap on a 5-minute level. So this is either a strong pillar or just a walk in the park. Anyway, we'll see. So because of those positions, we're not being able to see what price is doing. Let's go. What time is it? I don't like it, man, when I'm in profit and then we see something like this. Me don't like that. What time is it? 12:43. Oh, crap. Now this one would definitely, your broker would definitely take you out because of spread, right? That one would definitely be a stop. So that was the 12:47, the 12:50 candle. So we're probably gonna be losing this one here. So that was the first loss we've taken ever since we started here, but we did position ourselves well. Now what I'm thinking is, I do like that what we did over there. So if we close, now this is my new bounce zone, I'm gonna give it a second shot, and this time I'm gonna do a 0.5 R risk, so half of the risk that I initially took, and my target is still gonna be down here. So I need us to close below this candle. So if we do that, then I'll give it another shot, and there we go. Did we close below? Yes, we did. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do another buy stop, sell stop, because we did close a long time ago. So that right there, I should be in this trade. So let's just go in, give it another shot. If we lose, then we just close the day with 1.5%, which is pretty much okay. I'm comfortable having my stop loss a little bit close, but I've seen it all, man. This is me saying that every day is different, but I'm relating with other trades. There's I don't know if you do remember the trade that was the same thing. It came up, took those high, whatever. This time it was on the other side, took that swing high and then kind of went in. So we're not gonna play that game. So let's just have our stop loss way up there. For the more, we just want to offset the loss that we did, so we don't have to get it all back. So 1.43, and I'm gonna do a sell stop right there because we are just above that zone, just in case we but what's the probability that it's gonna open and just keep going up without retracing down, right? Let's just enter. I'm gonna do a sell stop right there. On a real account, will it allow you to put a sell stop, or will it be that your whatever your entry is too near? Half the risk, 0.5. Would be better if our stop loss was down there, because then we can do 2R. That'll be us. But anyway, let's just offset that loss. Let's see. So what time is it? 1 p.m. We are betting on now the daily candle, because it's damn bullish, retracing a little bit inside of its own range and then just closing in there. So let's see if that's what happened. So we don't even need the 1 hour anymore, because now we're in a new 1 hour, so we can just watch the daily on this side, just see if it's gonna get shaved off here. I'm not on the daily, get this back on the 1 minute, and let's see if we did offset that loss. Okay, this is the new day. So what we're gonna do is just go to the next day and find out what happened, because I don't want to keep on, but we're in profit so far, already offsetting that previous day loss. So let's go to the next day, see what happened there. Oh yeah, it won. So we did offset, so that's good. That is really amazing. So that's good. This strategy, I like it. It's not that bad. So as you can see, that was the trade, the second trade that we entered to offset the other loss, right? So if we lost, it would just be an additional 0.5%, but that's okay. And if we win, then we did offset that 1% loss over there a little bit. So it kind of played a little bit, and then we just came and hit that 1 hour low. So this is what you kind of suffer by relating trades, your current trades with past trades, because my best stop loss will be just above that high. I mean, there's a low probability that we're gonna be coming up, and if we do get up there, then we're just gonna keep going up. So I would have gotten a better value, but just for the sake of my mind, I just have my stop loss right there, and a win is a win. So what do? We have to what do we do now? This is really good. So we're going to come here, short, and group all those. And then this was the 25th, so we're about to finish. What time is it? It's now 1 p.m. 1 2 3. I want to finish because I need that data, man. Oh, what is this? 24. So we're looking at 3 24 25. So that was a good that was a good one. So we're up 4R. So we made a total of 6R in just a few days, man. That's good. So in when did we start? We started on the 19th. 1 2 3 6R in 3 days. Only trading 1 hour a day. Shit. Come on, man. Come on, man. Anyway, we only have just 3 data sets, which is not enough. Is it a data sets? Just 3 entries. Okay, let's go to the following day. We're now on Tuesday. Let's go to yeah. So we're already on Tuesday. I want to see the daily candle. That daily candle is kind of telling us a good story here. So let's go to the previous day high. Previous day high. Was that previous day? Was that previous day high? Then let's look at the previous day low right there. I'm getting confident now. So I was listening to Mark Douglas and they were saying you gotta be careful when you get to that state of euphoria where you're now kind of so confident. But then we have a system and it's mechanical to some point. So if it's working for us, we enjoy. And I think that just takes care of your emotions. So maybe in this case with overconfidence, maybe and the most dangerous thing I could do is just over risk, right? So I don't know. So let's see what this day happen. What are we likely to do? What are we likely to do here? This is the current day. We've traded above the highest the previous day. We've taken out an old daily high here. So those are 2 daily highs that we've taken. Old daily high. So maybe we can that daily candle is already established. What is the probability that it's gonna be reversed? The few times I've watched price over the months, I'd like to say it's not likely, but we can maybe come down, and then I know the bulls are gonna be fighting, so probably we'll end this day green. And even if we don't keep on going up, maybe it'll just be shaved off a little bit, but high probability is still gonna be green, right? We only have 1 hour to go. So what's the probability that this is gonna be reversed? Low. So in this case, I'm expecting us just to stay within this 1 hour range. No, we are no. We are already on the previous day high, so I'm not expecting anything. Maybe retrace and come back into this previous day range. We'll see. All right, let's go to the 1 hour. That's the end of the 11 p.m. candle. So let's just go next on this 1 minute time frame, and it opens the it gets us to the start of the 12 p.m. candle. Now that old daily high is now our previous 1 hour high, so I don't need that level. Thank you so much. Bye bye. They don't need to be all there. A level is a level. It's just a point of interest, right? And then we have to mark this previous day low, previous 1 hour low right there. So I'm thinking that's the previous day high. Do I still need that level? No. So I either want us to come down there or go away. So how do we deal with this one now? I don't need to see 2 levels on my charts, but it's okay to see that that was the previous day high. Anyway, adios amigos, bye bye. Okay, let's just whatever. It's gonna be repetitive, or do I let those levels stay? I think it's important for when I come to journal to kind of see those levels, right? And it doesn't hurt. It's just 2 levels. It's not that noisy. Okay, that's the old daily high. that can stay, and then the previous one was high, and let's do that previous one over there. Okay, let's see if we can get the same thing as, because we're just looking at this for the same thing now. Skating mundane, which is what we want. So we're waiting for what we likely to do, man. I don't know. I don't like these trades where I'm right in the middle of the previous 1 hour. Because we can easily stay in here. But I need to see either side taken out. So trading in here, you can get chopped out, and yeah, you can still win, but in this case that was a up candle. We shot down and then we closed above it over there. So this candle does come and touch, it touches that up, that will be our breaker there. So price came down, we went up, closed above it, we did touch it, and we are bouncing off of that. I just need to see that pattern form either down here for a long or up here for a short. So I'm not comfortable taking those trades in here. I'll just stay away from them. If I miss a trade, it's all good. What time is it? 12:22. Still nothing. I mean, looking at things, that would have worked. Okay, we've taken out that high, so yeah, that would have worked. You missed a trade. Nope, I'm okay. You can lose that trade, I'm just fine. I don't have to trade every day. So that would be so painful to me maybe a few months ago. I'll beat myself. But now what would happen? The next day I'll come in and I see that trade and I want to engage with it. It loses. But you want to stick because you remember on that day it won. Bruh, you have to outgrow that nonsense. Stick to your rules, man. If trades want to go without you, so be it. Okay, what time is it? 12:48. So we are likely not to get a trade here. It's 12:50. And the bounce zone that I'm seeing, so this is nice. We've taken out two 1 hour highs. So this is another 1 hour high here. I'll just do like two 1 hour highs. It just means it's the previous of the previous. Whatever makes sense to you when you're doing your thing, man. So I'm gonna use this as my bounce zone. This looks nice. I'm just curious, what will 1250 do though? So this is 12. Oh, that's 1250. Shot down and then we went up. So it looks like he wants to go up. It would be nice seeing that business over there. It shot up. If we do keep coming down and we close, I think that would be nice to see if we can keep on getting down here. If not, then we simply don't have a trade. And probably that was today's setup. It just didn't form where I would have loved to see it form, where I'm comfortable to take a trade from. So it's now 12:54. That 12:50 now becomes my bounce zone, right? Because it's a down candle. Even if it's a hammer, it's still bearish to me, and we've taken that high. We are above two previous 1 hour highs. We are above two daily highs. I'm just looking for a retracement, but we're just about to close this day. And what time is it? 1 p.m. Now this is kind of where I don't want to keep trading, but if I'm too desperate, then I can keep chasing price, right? So we do have that down candle and up. If we can close below it, then I can play about with a desperation move, right? What is this? So guys, there's no trade on this day. So that was the setup right there, but I would have loved to see it close, especially that we have those. So what is this? Double bottom. So double bottom, guys, that there was they did eat. Now I might come and study what really went down here, but so far I'm not seeing anything. Equal lows over there. when I see that, I get so skeptical taking a trade. I'll be more comfortable taking a short before I take a buy. So no trade on this day. The setup didn't form in a nice place, so that one was gonna be journal as well, so it's all good. No trade on this day. So let's go to the I'm still gonna journal that, so let me put all this in a group. And what day is this? 25. How many days do we have to go now? It's about time to end this stream, but let's do a few more days. 3, 25. As you can see, it's pretty much the same thing, right? It's becoming mundane. So I want to trade up to the end of March. So we have 3 more days to go. All right, let's do them real quick. The only high time frame analysis I'm doing is just marking the previous day high and the previous day low. So what is that? So let's go to the next day at 11 p.m. Thank you so much for all those people coming in. I'm seeing I have 33 views. That's amazing. People just coming in to see what's going on, and they're probably not relating, but they still came in, and that's good. I'm gonna have some videos coming out soon, showing my live trades, just when I enter and when I exit, and I think that's just information enough, because this stuff, it is boring, man. It is boring, but this is what really goes on in the back end, because right now this is just me shooting 100 threes for practice. It doesn't matter because you're not scoring towards anything, but this is the behind work that happens, you know, so you kind of shine on game day. And it's real. That was just an example. Previous day high, previous day low. So just looking at this, man, this is the candle that we were trading yesterday. We went above that high and that whatever. So I'm thinking, like, when I do have enough time to just maybe stay in my charts, whenever I see such a day, and I know we did end, like, where is it? Let me pull up the previous day, just a little bit. This is kind of where we ended the day, and I see we've gone above all those liquidities previous to our highs, an old daily low and another old daily high and another old daily high. Then I'm thinking, bruh, there's a high probability that there's gonna be a good downtrend, right? I'm just thinking. So if you could pull up that 50 cross 200 and just wait for 50 to cross 200, then wait for a trend line, and then when we break that trend line, just enter in your stop loss at the highest high and kind of just have your targets at the previous day low. Then I'm thinking those are just no-brainer trades. Easy to see them once they've already happened, but that is something I've seen when we've taken enough highs. But then you'll be expecting the same thing, because we've taken all these highs and then we've taken that high, so you're thinking, why not? We're still gonna trade and take these highs. But if I try that logic here and it failed, I tried it again and it failed, I tried again and it works, I mean, that gain covers all those losses, right? But yep, when you start spending more time in the charts, will be much wiser, because before, spending more time on the charts, it meant burning your account. La la, tumetoka mbali. So we're still up 4.1% in how many days? From 1, 2, 3, 4 in 4 days. That's remarkable. And we're only risking 1%. If we were risking 2%, then that's double, right? Even though it puts us in more risk. So this is that 11:59 a.m. candle. So I'm gonna go next. Let's go to the 1 minute time frame, and I'm gonna have that previous 1 hour high right there. Yeah, course is coming soon. A course is coming soon, man. Don't worry, it's gonna be cheap. I bet you haven't seen this anywhere, have you? I know you have, but not in this style though. Simple. Only using the daily for your time frame, higher time frame analysis, and then you just go down to the 1 hour, and then the 1 minute. Come on, where have you seen that before? Trade them away. Keep it locked. Someone is getting confident. Someone is getting confident. Let's go down to the daily one more time. Do we take out this daily low over here? Yes, we did. No, we did. Equal lows. Now, this might be a banger trade. This might be a banger trade because that's an old daily low right there. Just an old daily low, and then we have this fair value gap here. So that's a nice pull to go into. Very, very nice pull. I'm gonna have that the daily. I just go down to the 4 hours, so just like so I can trim this, bring it to the side a little bit. And then let's just go to the 1 hour. Is it there? So we know that that is that daily whatever fair value gap over there. Was that a fair value gap, or was that like a fair value gap? But it's also a new daily opening gap. So for now, just leave it like that. That's a daily volume imbalance. There's no trading happening in there, so I just have it like that. Or I can do the close price and the open price, and then just do a new daily opening gap, right? So let's just stay like this. I guess that's what I want to see, because I just want us to come into that pool and then see if we can go in. So this, I like this already. I like what I'm seeing here. So what I'm expecting to see is something like this. Should come in, take those equal lows right there, that double bottom, take it out as it forms, and then come in, and we shoot up to that other side. Let's see what happened there. That's the previous day low, and its high is right there. So much looks like it was a good month. All right, let's see if we did get something there, or this thing is just gonna leave us. Beautiful, beautiful. So far, this is my bounce zone over here. I wish that we can take I need it to be a little bit darker. 33 views. Let's go. Let's get it. We got to 50 views, 49 views yesterday on a live stream. Man, that's good. That's my bounce zone over there. Let's see if anything came about. I would like if we take that low and go down a little bit further before we go up. I'll be more comfortable if I saw that. In the meantime, that's okay. I just need to see a 5-minute order block confirmation, and we do have it. So not that this cannot fail, but it just puts me in a position where I think it's more likely to work. I don't want to get confident or anything, or just feel like yo this is it, but if the setup is there, it's there. So we're gonna take this. Look, it's even paired with the fair value gap right there. Confidence, overconfidence, but it's a mechanical system. I do believe so. So we do have some other spots down here. Let me see what the 5-minute looks like. I think there's gonna be a fair value gap over there. This is too shallow for my liking. I would have loved if we went down a little bit farther, but that's okay. Now, is this too far, or do I wait for a retracement? Because what I'm thinking is, do I take a pending order right there with my stop loss way down here? In this case, I'm okay having my stop loss on this low. What's the probability price will come here and not take out that low? So I may as well just have my stop loss over there. And then my TP is on the other end, and we're looking at 2.5, or I can wait for a retracement and then get a better value, and my RR could be even more. So in this case, I'm going to divide this entry like we did the other one. So I'm gonna do 3 entries here. So I'm gonna do a first entry. My main entry is gonna be right there. So I'm gonna place that not market with a 0.5%. So now I'm in that trade, and then I'm gonna do another trade on because this trade is gonna represent my breaker trade, which in this case I would have loved to enter right here, just at the high of this my breaker, which I think that's a breaker, right? So what am I sacrificing? 2.5 if that's where I got filled, but now I got filled over here. So 2.17 is still 2R. That's okay. And then my second entry, I want to try on this fair value gap here, right? Depending on what really happens. So just right there is gonna be my second entry. My stop loss way down here. You know what, guys? I'm comfortable having my stop down here. I'm going to adjust that. Let me just adjust that. So what are we looking at here? 2.04. That's okay. So that's a little bit over 0.5%. So this one, this is that fair value gap inside of that breaker. I'm gonna place that order, and it's gonna be a pending order. So limit and a 0.2425. So now my total risk is 0.75, and then I'm gonna wait for the highest high and the recent high to form. When it starts retracing, I'm gonna take the recent low and that recent high, and then using my fib, I'm gonna model the other entry at 0.62, whatever, and then we'll see how that goes. So let me move forward. So assuming that this will work, if it fails, I'll give you another shot with a total of 0.5% entry. So if I lose, then I close the day with 1.5%, which is pretty much okay with me. So nope. So no high forming. There we go. So that's the highest high, that's the lowest low. What's the probability that we're gonna get down here? I don't know, but I'm gonna take that lowest low and the highest high, and the other entry, I'm gonna have it at that 0.62 level. Nothing wrong with taking that other whatever at the 0.5, but I'm just doing an experiment on this 0.62 level, because that's something that I used to take. That was the only entry that I wanted. So I would see price just do it and then leave without filling me and that would suck. So let's fill in the rest of the risks. So now I'm my risk is full 1% risk. So far 0.5 is filled, and we are currently $25 in the water. Okay, the fair value gap entry has been engaged. Let me look at the 5 minute. What does it look like? We did leave a 5 minute fair value gap over there, so probably that's what we're revisiting, and then we shoot up. So that 0.62 entry is right above that 5 minute open price, and I'm just going to adjust to it's no big difference, to just match that open price of that 5 minute fair value gap. That is just fine by me. So instead of 3.5, we'll have 3.39R. So what time is it? 12:25. Yeah, okay, the 0.62 has been filled. I don't like how this price action looks like. So I need price to stay in that 5 minute fair value gap. So for now, let's do this, because I want to see how it's reacting. So we are using this bounce price. I don't like how we closed the bar below it. I want us to stay above, and then I want to mark that 5 minute. And it's gonna be noisy, but let's just see how that works. It's noisy already. So that's that 5 minute fair value gap, and I do have, that's my color right there for the 5 minute. I will reduce the color. Let me see. Is it noisy? Oh my god, it's so dirty. So I'm gonna just have that 5 minute right there. I don't know if in trading view if you can get rid of these lines. Probably you could in the settings, because you should have an option to take those lines out and just have these positions over here. Anyway, let's see how this worked, man. Let's see how this worked. So all my positions are currently filled, and 1250, I usually like 1250 to happen when I'm deep in profit, man. Because that 1250 candle sometimes it just scares me. So far things are working okay for us. 1249, so 1250 is the next candle. So we're expecting a push to the upside, so do not come down. Do not come down. Yes sir, that's what I like to see. Yeah, let's go. So let me see where we are so far. We're looking at 1.52 on the main entry, and the 0.25s we're looking at 2R. We're looking at 2.6, so we are up like 2.5 R probably collectively. And let's see if we missed out on this trade or not. That is a very, very huge retracement. Hold up, wait a minute. What happened to my entries? Oh, my stop loss was hit. That sucks. That really sucks. So in this case, it's good that that has happened. So we kind of know that it's what just happened there, man. We were up like 2k, man. So what I'm seeing, the new day opened, we didn't close anything, and then I'm seeing that we shot down, and on this day, this 1 hour, we are well below here. So price came and took out my trade while I was way in profit. So in this case, my target was not reached. Now, what is my plan to tackle such scenarios, man? Because that sucks. I'm not gonna lie, that sucks. That just sucks, man. I mean, the previous 1 hour high is just right there. So no, why not go and take it, right? So when I start journaling, I'm gonna just look around and see what really happened. I mean, we do have a fair value gap over here, but so did we have one over here, and we just crossed it. Now looking at this, this one was up like 0.25 times 2.89 is what we're looking at right there. 1%, 2%. No, what am I doing? So let me just do a little bit of calculation here just to see if my RR was just fine, or I'm just gonna leave it alone and just know that these are some of the bitter pills. I'm sorry, I was away from my mic. 0.25 times 2.89, so that one we were up 0.7 R plus 0.25 times 2.76, so 1.4 R plus this one plus 1, so we were up a total of 2.4 R, and then we just saw all that go down to the drain. So now I can start paying myself partials at some point, or if I want to stick to just taking trades to the other side of the 1 hour, that might be a bitter pill to swallow. So because this sucks, man. You're up 2.4 R and all that goes down the drain. That sucks. It really sucks. So what do you think we should do, man? Let me know. What do you think we should do? Take partials or just stick to the plan, man? Because look, potential of 1.68 just to get a little bit 0.4 more. It's now 12. Where's 1250? 1250 just shot up, and then we see that retracement looking like this. 1258, and just like that it shoots down. So I don't know what happened here, man. And that's why we're journaling, so we will see how that goes. Probably see a few more such examples, and then that right there was very, very interesting. Very interesting. So what day is this? 3/26, 26, 25. So we have what, 3 more days, 2 more days actually, and then we're done. It's 1:30. I need to be finished by, so 2 more days, guys, 2 more days. So this is very, 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 very interesting right here. Very interesting. So what I'm thinking is, man, after 1250, we are well in profits. Take something and break even, honestly. 1250. That momentum should have kept price going up, but it just died off and we start playing around. Yeah. So I need to write that down, but I will need to see a second example. Have I seen this before? Have I seen this before? Have I seen this before? Well, when I'm in a live, whatever, I usually I pay myself. I do pay my, probably after that 1250 I would have closed these two and then close the half of this and then let the rest run. But that is kind of something I want to walk away from. I want to see my full TP get taken out, right? Okay, let's go to the next day. Two more days to go, so let's just hang on. We're about to finish. And actually I'm gonna go back and journal those trades. I'm just gonna, or I'll just end the stream and then I'll journal them and then we can review them next week. Or I can just do it on this live stream. Why? What's the problem? Let's go to the daily. We have 2 more days to back test and then we are done here. So this is the day that we are back testing, the 27th. So this previous day we went up and we shot all the way down. This is something I'm also looking into, where on a daily scale, taking out that high and then coming back into the range, do the same thing that we're doing with the one now, only this time on the daily range, and kind of holding for quite a while to take that previous day low. Yeah, that's the next step that we'll be going to. For now, man, we don't have so much time to stay in front of the charts, because I think that will have you stay in front of the charts, because you don't know if it's gonna be in Asia or in London or in New York, right? In New York session. What is that? That's the previous day high, and that's the previous day low right there. So far we only up 3R. Previous day low right there. Trading how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days, 3R. We gotta do better, but it's better than 0 or below. And then again, we're only trading 1 hour a day, so it's not bad. Okay, let's go to the one. Okay, what are we likely to see here? So we do have an opening gap over there. I'm not gonna mark it. Should I? Yeah, just mark it. What the hell? Close price to the open price over there. New day opening gap right there. What are we likely to do? And then we've also completely filled. We've traded down this fair value gap here, or this volume imbalance, so we do have price now. So trading has happened in this gap, so I think we are likely to keep going up, because we do have the current day high in this over there, so we are likely to keep going up. And I do like that current day high as a target too, this one right here. I think we might go up there. Okay, let's go down to the 1 hour now. I think we have enough data. This is not that far. It's too near. The current day high. So probably maybe after taking that high, maybe this low, old daily low. That looks like a good target too, right there. current day high. Oh no, that's too far actually. That's enough. That's the previous day low, current day high, all daily low. Okay, we do have some good targets there if we continue being bullish. On the 1 hour, we are seeing some rejection to the downside. So what time is it? 11:59. Go forward, open the new 1 hour candle. I want to see us maybe come down, take that low, and then keep shooting up. Let's see how this day goes by. Previous 1 hour high, previous 1 hour low. Just like that, man, just like that, and we are ready to go. So what are we likely to see? What would I like to see? We have these equal lows here. I'd like us to come down and take them out and then come into this range, and in this case this is gonna be my first target, but I'm thinking that we might get here to its current day high. If not, we do have that high and this high and all those highs, so we'll see how that goes. So pretty much maybe when we get here I'll take 80% off and then leave a runner to see if we go up there. In the meantime, I want to see something like this. Now we take that low, come into this range, and then keep going up. Anything else that happens outside of that, I do not know, so I'm gonna be nimble and careful, and we'll see how that goes. All right, let's go. Go, 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 go. So we are just going up. Now, am I comfortable taking a short now? So that daily candle is back to being bullish. Why didn't you guys come down here and then let's go up? Why? You don't know what you're doing. Yeah, I'm gonna take that short only because I know that we do have these equal lows here, and I think there's a high probability that we're gonna take them. But I'm still bullish. But in this case, I think there's an opportunity there. Excuse me. I think there's an opportunity there to take advantage of that short, because I think we're gonna take. Yeah, just looking at this, I like that, so I'm gonna take it. So I'm gonna use this as my bounce zone over here. That last, actually, I'm gonna wait. Have I seen this price action before? I think I've taken this trade, but let's just assume that I have not seen it. Done that. I think I've taken this trade before, right? And we did take those lows. So that's my bounce zone over there, and I'm gonna do a pending order right there. My stop loss at the highest high. In this case, everything is balanced. We can have our stop loss down here, but for the sake of discipline, let's just have it up there. And what are we looking at? We're looking at 1.57, which is still money, but if we had it down there, we're looking at 2R. So let's just have it at the highest high, and my stop loss is down here. Am I comfortable doing an OTE trade? Yes, I am. And in this case, I'll use that highest high. So I'm going to do a 0.5 entry here. 0.5. Limit. Save. Too bad if it keeps on going down without us. I think that's a distance too far, man. So please, retrace. And then, if we do form a lower low, I'm going to have my fib. If we do form a swing low, I'm gonna have my fib from that recent high to the recent low, and then give it a shot at 0.62 with the rest of and here's something else. We do have the fair value gap over there, so that is something I should do there, the 0.25, so it's pretty much at the same spot. So I'm gonna have this let me do this. Let me have that first entry at a 0.25% entry, just in case we don't come back. So it's not a waste. So that's taking care of my fear of missing out. FOMO is now taken care of. And then I'll have another entry here. Instead of having three, between these three, let's just do one. I'm gonna have it right there. and that's gonna be what, 0.5. No, this is not a limit, this is a market entry. On a live account, live whatever, on a actual market, it's not even gonna allow you to do a limit. It's gonna be like, that is too close. So 0.25% sell, market order, and then let's do just at that low, let's do a pending limit, a pending order. So it's a limit, a sell limit. I want it to be a little bit big on that one because that's my main entry area, 0.5. So if we do form a swing low, the other 0.25, I'm gonna engage with that, and we do have a swing low. So I'm gonna take the recent high and the recent low, and that's 0.62. I'm going to put in the rest of the risk. And for journaling purposes, I think I'm gonna leave those 3 in there. So let's just do this. Yo, come on. And then my TP just at that previous 1 hour low. I do think we're gonna go a little bit further and take all these lows, but once we get there, I'm good. And this is a 0.25% entry limit order, limit 0.25. So I am full on 1% in there. For journaling purposes, let me have this. Where's the first one? Right there. That was just a formal entry. Then my second one main is right there. So now I do have those 3 levels taken care of. Oh, come on, what am I doing? What time is it? Oh, it's 1:45. I need to finish this real quick. So let's see if this worked for us. If that fails, we'll give it another shot, and then let's see. Do we have a 5-minute order block confirmation? Oh yes, we do, right there. I'm gonna mark that for journaling purposes too. Bearish, so we're good. Too noisy, but just bear with me. It is too noisy, too noisy. So let's see. Is that, wait a minute. Okay, so the breaker has been filled right there. The breaker entry, the fear of the former is right there. So can we get that 0.62 entry, which is within this fair value gap? I think so. And I'm thinking of maybe having, in this case, this is what I'm feeling like. I feel like doing. See that the half, which is pretty much where, can we even see it anyway? Too many things marked. The middle line, that would be a nice one for that 0.62 entry. I think that's a promise entry with about, let's see. I will see in such a scenario, instead of that 0.62, just have your entry at just a half. So instead of 2.7 R, you'll be getting 2.3, which is still okay, with a high probability of being filled. So let's see what happened here. We just kept on going down. 1250, beautiful. That's amazing. That's good. So that analysis was pretty good, right? Because I did think this equal lows will be taken out, and I can see that we did go even down much further. So the 0.62 level was not engaged, but the breaker was touched, right? So my total risk was 0.75. We sacrificed that extra 0.25 for a better entry, and I think it would, so in this case it would be better if we just did a full 1% here. But you know, just by dividing your risk, you do take care of your fear of FOMO, and in case it retraced, then I'm like, maybe I should have waited a little bit longer. So by dividing your risk, you kind of take care of that side. So we're back to 4.1%, and I think that was a beautiful trade. And I think, what time is it? 12:53. So 12:50 worked so well for us. Let me pull forward to round 1, which is right there. So that's good. That was a textbook entry. Why lie, man? That was really good. It would have been nice if we came back up a little further. So that sell limit did not work, which is just fine. You don't need to come all the way. You can just stay over here. Then let's get rid of that fib. We don't need it. And that's good. That was my bounce zone over there. And we bounced off of it and shot down like crazy. Okay, so let's go to the last day now. 1, 2, 3. What day is this? 3/27. 3/27. 25. And let's go to the last day. What happened here? I don't know why I've not been. Damn. That's okay. No worries, because we've grouped everything on this side. Yeah, so that's fine. Okay, let's go to the next day. 1 p.m. Boom. Let's go to the last day now. That because the timer is really gone. I can stay here the whole damn day just back testing, right? Because it takes, especially if I'm journaling, I mean that takes even more time. So I can stay here like 6 hours just back testing a few days. Because then I want to see because this could get a little bit more intricate, but we're just keeping it simple, only using the previous day high and the previous day low, which pretty much looks like that's all I need, right? I mean, for this strategy, and just keep it really, really simple. Previous day low, I don't see if we're gonna be taking out that previous day high, so I may as well just leave it alone. And then I'm seeing that we've taken out a couple of lows here too. That old daily low has been taken. Old daily low right there. So what I'm thinking is and here's another old daily low too. Right there. Now, what's the probability that this day is gonna keep on continuing to come and take this daily low? I'm just curious. Do we have like any level on the weekly time frame? Come on, don't do this. That's the weekly low over there. How about the monthly? There's nothing on the monthly. So look at the daily. You do have another target down here, this old daily low, because all those places are just liquidities. I think maybe there's people stop losses down there. That's a way to think of it, because the market is being drawn to some level, right? But could that be the low of the day? Have they done enough damage for this day? So then we can see that retracement back into this range, and that's kind of what we want to take advantage of, right? So let's just jump down to the previous 1 hour. We'll refine those levels. So we don't even need to refine this because we're not seeing that far. So we have those levels of the chart, just that's what we need now. Okie doke. So what are we likely to see here? What are we likely to see here? What time is it? This is the 11 a.m. candle. I need it to close, so let's just boom. And that is the new 12 p.m. candle. So what we do is let's mark that previous 1 hour high. And let's mark that previous 1 hour low. So we're pretty much doing the same thing over and over and over, and then waiting for that pattern to form. Once we go outside that range, that 1 hour range, and then when we see our pattern, we engage it with it. So in this case, I'm thinking they've already established that they want to go up. This is looking too strong for me. They're at 1144. That was the last up candle. What are we doing here? That break on the 1 minute. Look at just how we bounced at it at 11:56, and now we're shooting up. So what do I want to see with this? I feel like on the daily has now taken enough, you know, enough lows. And actually here's another one that I've not marked. An old daily low right there. Well, those are just daily lows that we've taken. So could that be the low of the day? I would like us to come down farther. Look what we have here. Equal lows, double bottom, know people are long in here. That's resist, that's support, and then the money. So all of this is low resistance liquidity, but so what I would really like to see is if we can come down, take that low, and then shoot up, or are we gonna see what we saw the previous day? Market came back up, and then we had that strong whatever desire to keep coming down, and we came and took those lows. If we see that, then that's all good. So if we just stay within in here, then no trade, right? We just close with a 4R, meaning we've made a total of 6R because we were in drawdown, right? So let's see, this is the last day I want to back test, so let's see if it works for us. So simple, wait for that high or this low to be taken out, and then look for entry pattern and re-engage. Also looking at time, what time is it? 12:07, still early in the hour. Here's another down candle going up, we shot down an inverted fair value gap and another fair value gap in there, but we are inside the previous day range. I'm not messing with that. Okay, we've taken out this low, so that's even much better, but it's now 12:34. What is the probability that they're gonna keep on going down? So the daily candle is bearish. All we want is a retracement inside of this range, and we can take advantage of that. Okay, let's see how that goes, man. Let's see how that goes. 35 views, amazing. So my current bounce zone is this high over here, and by the time we get there, I do believe that we're gonna have formed a 5-minute order block. What time is it? It's still early, 12:37. We haven't formed another one. Equal highs, we do not like that. Equal lows over here. Does this count? Does this count here? I'm not comfortable, simply because we didn't take that low, so that's not a breaker for me. So I'm still, do we have a 5-minute order block confirmation? Yes, we do. We are back inside the previous day range. This is a 5-minute order block, fair value gap over there that's supposed to act as what? As a support, as resistance. So if we close above it, then there's maybe, and then look at this, there's nothing else that should be holding price on this on the 5-minute time scale. At least there's no fair value gap, right? So maybe the order blocks and that inverted whatever. So if we close above it, then I'm good, right? So we do trade down and up, down and up. So probably maybe use those as support zones. Do you want us to buy? Nah, we're just gonna keep it simple. All right, so far I'm comfortable taking a buy if we do close above here. So what are we looking at? We're looking at that's gonna be my buy entry, my stop loss, cover all these lows. I'm just gonna go with the lowest low. I mean, if it gets down here, there's high probability it's gonna take that low. I just don't like those equal lows, but this will not keep me from taking a trade though, because this has kept me from taking trades in the past, and trade just went up. All right, we'll just come back to take this later. So what is that triple bottom? Okay, let's see how this worked for us, if it did or it did not. That's too bright for my liking. So that's the bounce that I'm looking at right now. What is that? 1250. Oh, okay, I think the market is gonna close here. Okay, we have closed above that, which looks good. I'm willing to take this trade to see if we're gonna come up here. Now, what is, once we've seen that shenanigans, what's the probability that it's gonna come down here? Because what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do a 0.25% entry, and my stop loss, I'm gonna have it here. Yeah. I'm just gonna have it down here. What are we looking at? We're looking at 1R, which is pretty much okay. We do have these equal highs here, So we can extend that a little bit high. We can go, because we do have these equal highs here, double tops. Oh, we coming to get you, man. We coming for you. Well, now that's me assuming that this trade is going to work, but I like what I'm seeing so far. So I'm just gonna have it at the lowest low because that's what my plan says, but I think even having it just at this low is okay. But let's just do it down there. And my stop loss, I might take TP at the highest, the previous one are high. So I'm gonna do a 0.25 entry over there in case we don't come back. Market entry, boom, so I'm in. And then I'm gonna do my main entry, a bigger entry of 0.5, just right there. My stop loss all the way down here. I am just tired of being taken out on nice trades just because I want to have my stop loss. Nah, I'd rather just get a small gain than be taken out because of a small stop loss. I think that's stupid. It's not stupid because you can master how to, you know, work those small stop losses. So, bruh, it is stupid for you. Limit, save, and then I'm gonna wait for the highest high to form, and then I'm gonna do that 0.62% entry with the remaining with the remainder of the 1% of the full 1%, which would be 0.25%. Does that make sense? Because this is 0.25, this is 0.5. My full on risk is 1%, so 0.25% is gonna be whatever. So boom, boom, and that's this swing high over there. So take my fib from that lowest low, from the recent low to the recent high. My 0.62 is right here. I don't know if I'm gonna get filled, but we're just gonna have it down there, and my stop loss way over here, and then have my TP right there, and then we're gonna do a pending order of 0.25. So now a limit, so now I'm full 1% risk. What time is it? It's at the end of the day. I feel like this is one of those trades where it's gonna open and just shoot up. So for that reason, I'm gonna have my, if this gets filled, I'm willing to hold on to it a little bit longer. Let's go to the daily high. But how far can we go though? How far can we go? Okay, let's just stick to the plan for now. Like we should always do anyway. Let's see if it's gonna, wait, it already touched the breaker, right? So the breaker entry is in, which is that up candle. Looking at the 5 minute, what do we have? We do have that gap. Are we gonna come down and maybe, and then we have that inverted fair value gap right there. So make sure it says 5 minute inverted. Beautiful. So that should be a strong support zone for price to shoot up. We do have these levels up here. I think we're gonna take them, but let's see. So what are we looking at? We're looking at 1R, 1.26, 2.67. If this one gets filled, likely to keep going. Woo wee! Do not take my stop. Hey, you're not supposed to go down. You're supposed to go up. So we do lose on that one, but it looked so good. But then again, look what we had here. Those equal lows right there. That will not keep me from taking a trade though. I've seen a number of those where my pattern still happens and we go up only to come and take them later. So am I willing to take another trade? It's now 1:10 p.m. Answer is no. So we do close with 3R. And the day has closed. It's now 3 p.m. So boom, there we go. So that is the shenanigans. So we do close the day with a back test with some 3R over there. This one, there's really nothing we could have. I mean, there was that indication equal lows. Oh, but if I missed it, I would have been like, yeah, we've seen this a couple of times. Why didn't you take it? But it just tanks down, which is okay. The day was really bearish, so we didn't see that retracement on the inside. So these days, from what I've seen, where the day closes just at the low of the day, there are not so many. We have one here, and then we have another one here, and then we have another one here. And then look at this one. So they do happen here, but mostly we do see a retracement back into the range. We have this one, which one? Not so many. So they do happen. So it's all good. It's all good. So that was a good backtest session. I'm gonna close it here. Friday 28th. 3/28/25. So we do close the day with 5R, with total of 3R. But when we came to this account, it was 98K. So now we leave with 103 in how many days? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days. Only trading the 12 p.m. candle, 12 p.m. PST candle. I think that's remarkable. The strategies are a little bit easy. It's not that bad. It's straight to the point, and maybe take more trades right during the day, because we have so many 1 hour hours in a trading day. So if we can just wait for that formation to form, and then every time it forms, just take it. I think it might work for us. So let's say we came to the charts, let's say 9 p.m. No. Let's come to the charts at 9 p.m. That's not gonna work. Anyway, I'm gonna close this day. I'm gonna close here, or let me do this. Let me just go in journal, because I need to have those trade written down, what the time I entered and all that stuff. So let me just journal real quick. I need those entries, so then I can close this whatever. Wait a minute, 318. I did that today. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's now 2 p.m. so let me try to do this as quick as I can. So let's go here to the daily candle, and I'm gonna go to the 18th. No, and I need only this side, because all those levels are marked, so I don't need to see that side, although I need to see what the daily looks like. Go to the daily right here. I'm tired. There's a guy on YouTube called the Money Engineer. Man, I don't know how he has the energy to do all that data entry. He has an extensive data set with so many entries. But he's an engineer anyway. I think he has a master's degree, or is it a PhD in data, data science. So what am I looking for? Where's that reverse? Get here. Oh, this is how am I gonna do it now? So we might just have to go back to where is it? It is manually, because this is that backtesting software, and I cannot back up. I cannot back it up. It is gonna be tough. I should have just journaled every time I was taking a trade. Would have taken more time, but so where are my entries? Oh, this is a no trade day. This was a no trade day, because no, we should have taken that trade. What in the world is going on here? Ah, boy. Okay, right here. This one just took some time before it was this the first trade I took? I don't think so. Hey, okay, this is gonna be a little bit repetitive, so I'm just gonna end this this stream here because I just need to go back and I just need to fill this whatever, and it's kind of boring. All I'm gonna do is just the day of the when I took the trade, and then was it a long or a short, was I buying or selling, what time did I enter, what time did I exit, how far did the trade go into the stop loss. If my stop loss got hit, it's gonna be 100%. If you just went in, I just note the percentage, how long was I in the trade, and how much did I get from those trades in terms of RR, and then there's gonna be an image, and then the potential. This is how far that trade would have gone before I took TP, and then whatever notes I have, I'm just gonna write them here. So I'm just gonna end this stream now. Bye, man. Good trades. Oh my god, thank you so much, my guy. Thank you. I appreciate for sticking around. Bye bye. Have a nice weekend. Thank you. And then I'm just gonna end the stream here. Just take a break and then come back and do this chat because this stuff is boring. I'm not gonna lie, but I just have to do it. So next week I'm gonna come, and then before we do the next back test, we're going to review these same trades, and then so just check them out, and then work on some few more whatever data sets. So I don't know why we have it's, I don't know, I'm on FX replay. It's just not looking good. So maybe next time what we're going to do is just journal as we go. That's the one now. Okay, let me look at the latest one we just did. Did I do 38, 1, 2, 3, 28? There's no 38 days in a month. Come on, my guy. Where are they? Oh, they're right here. Okay, look, I'll see you guys next week. I'll see you guys on Monday for a live trading session. It's gonna be around just the same time as I started today. Just timing for that 12 p.m. PST candle. So I start the stream at around 11:30. So I do a lot. I go to the weekly mark, I go to the monthly, I do some mark, I go to the daily, then I go to the 4 hour. But right now when I'm back testing, I'm just realizing, bruh, I think you only need to see that daily high and the daily low, and then see where it is. If we have any other all daily highs or all daily lows nearby that we could use as targets, and then just go down to the 1 hour and just wait for the previous 1 hour high or the 1 hour low to be taken, and then wait for that pattern entry and just enter, and wait for the other side of the 1 hour as your target. Simple. Yeah, I just don't know why I'm in the live. When I'm in the live, whatever, I feel like I need to do a lot of analysis, which could cause analysis paralysis. All right, bye. That was Trader Marina, and I'll see you on Monday, 11:30 p.m. PST for some live trading. Thank you so much for joining me this day. I will end the stream here. God be with you all, and I will see you on the next one. I'm out. Peace. All right, I did end the stream a while ago. I was gonna take a break and then do the journaling, but then I decided let me just finish the journal. So I just finished, and so that was today's data right there. So we did 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, and I think we had no trade on the 18th. I should have taken a picture. I don't know why I didn't take that picture. I'm gonna just go back and do it, and then I'm gonna end this stream now for real. That was a 318. I don't even remember this day, man. Why lie? I think I found a faster way to go back. It's somewhere here. 318. Then what you do is you right click and then lock vertical cursor line by time. And I think if I do one, how does it work? No. Ugh. What a waste. I'll go back to the 15-minute time frame because I can't even see nothing. I thought if you lock by cursor, because that's where I'm at, so even if I change the time frame, it should just take me there, but it's not doing that. That sucks. So let's just go back manually and then we'll end the live stream here. It's been a while. So this was a no trade day. I think I should just take that picture because we just stayed within that 1 hour range and there's nothing happened. So I'm gonna just take that picture and make sure it's in my journal, my simple journal right there. I don't like seeing it like this. Let me just okay. So we good. So we ended up with how many? 2.6, 2, 3, 4, 5 R, and those 3 losses. So 2.3 R. That's okay. That's okay. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 4 wins, 2 losses. Not bad. And those 2 banger trades, man. This one had a potential of 22 R. And this one is currently at a potential of 14 plus R. So pretty much that's something we can go study around, see what's really going on, and then maybe next time take a partial and then leave something to run. But those with my strategy, they rarely happen, so that's nothing to worry about. But I do have those written down there, so right now I'm just that. I don't think if there's anything new I can see. So I'm gonna just end this stream here, and thank you so much for joining in, and I am out. Peace.